Vladimir Putin pressed the button intending to freeze Ukraine. His goal? Plunge the nation into darkness, breaking its will. On November 8th, 450 UAVs and 45 missiles targeted the main arteries of Ukraine's civilian life support system. The primary target was Centrenergo, the energy company keeping Ukraine afloat. Putin sought total helplessness before winter's arrival. The ultimate goal? Force President Zelensky to the negotiating table. But this time the cost was severely miscalculated. As lights extinguished in Kyiv and Dnipro, retaliation struck. Russia's Luch thermal power plant in Belgorod was hit. Leaked technical reports confirmed the specific aim. The attack intended to destroy the critical gas turbine units powering the plant. Simultaneously, a fire erupted at another power plant, this time in the village of Korona, located in Kursk Oblast. Over 22,000 Russian citizens panicked. They faced the cold, dark reality of the war their own leaders had started. Belgorod Governor Gladkov quickly tried to calm the public. He claimed air defenses were activated and all targets shot down. However, this official statement was immediately shattered by the brutal, undeniable reality happening on the ground in Belgorod. If all targets were truly shot down, why did Gladkov admit minutes later that the Luch TPP was hit? If defenses succeeded, why were 22,000 subscribers in Belgorod and Dubovo plunged into darkness? Gladkov himself confirmed this. We must pause. 22,000 subscribers isn't 22,000 people. It represents households, workplaces, and thousands of billing points. Calculating an average household of 3 people, this means 50,000, 60,000, or even more Russian citizens lost power. The city of Belgorod and the village of Dubovo were suddenly plunged into complete pitch darkness. How did this happen? Let us analyze the governor's official explanation. He claimed that simple falling debris was the cause of this massive blackout. Examining this claim analytically, how likely is it that random debris coincidentally struck the Luch thermal power plant? It didn't just hit the plant, but disabled its specific gas turbine units. This is the Kremlin's propaganda game. The truth is apparently so painful that a ridiculous lie is invented to cover it. But the truth is this. Russian air defense systems, the S-400s, the Panzers, that invincible shield, failed to protect their own critical civilian infrastructure. What were the consequences of this vulnerability? This is the most painful part for the Russian people. When a city's power grid collapses, social life halts. The first consequence is immediate and total transportation chaos. Look at this image. A special operation instantly becomes civilian chaos. 20,000 subscribers offline means all traffic lights go out. Main arteries and intersections are plunged into primitive chaos. Governor Gladkov admitted police were manually directing traffic. Imagine police trying to manage this chaos in a war-zone city where a new missile alert could sound any second. What about ambulances, fire trucks? Vehicles that normally take 5 minutes now cannot reach their destination in 25 minutes. Second, health and safety systems collapse. A power outage in this region doesn't just mean lights out. It means heating stops. Luch is a thermal power plant. Shutting down its gas turbines affects electricity and critically heat production as well. It is November. The weather in Russia is cold. Home heating systems and water pumps all depend on electricity. The collapse directly impacts health. Hospitals may have generators, but the general civilian population certainly does not. This is the exact pain Putin inflicted on Ukraine, now directly reflected back onto his own Russian citizens. Without electricity, there is no internet. There is no network. 60,000 people in Belgorod could not reach loved ones. They could not find out if their relatives were safe. This is a psychological prison of fear and isolation. Education becomes impossible. Workplaces cannot function. ATMs do not dispense cash. Daily life in the border city completely halts. A single attack knocking out all city traffic lights demonstrates how dangerously fragile Russia's civilian infrastructure truly is. There are no backup power sources. No network flexibility for these critical systems. It is a Potemkin infrastructure. Modern-looking Russian cities still operate on centralized Soviet-era systems that are based on single points of failure. This is the critical vulnerability Ukraine discovered on November 8th. A vulnerability that they then ruthlessly exploited. There is no need to bomb the entire city. It is enough to find the right power plant and deliver one precise strike. This precise strike affects ordinary Russian citizens the most. But Putin tells them, "We are hitting Kyiv. We are winning." What does the Belgorod citizen actually see? Burning garages, dead traffic lights, and cold radiators in their own homes. This is the moment the illusion shatters. The illusion that the war is only happening far away in Ukraine. The war is no longer just knocking at the door. The war is now inside the living rooms of Russians. This is not a new situation. Reports confirm the same Luch facility was also successfully hit back in October. This revelation makes the situation even more dire for the Russian people. Do you understand what this truly means? It means Russian defense wasn't just unsuccessful this one night. It is chronically repeatedly unsuccessful. Ukraine hit this target before. Russia had an entire month to protect this critical site. Ukraine returned and hit the exact same target again. This sends a clear message to Belgorod citizens. Your state cannot protect you. Not yesterday, not today, and not tomorrow. This proves Putin's implicit social contract with the Russian people has failed. He promised stability and security for political obedience. For 20 years that contract held. The promise was that the war would remain a television show confined to Ukraine. These recent attacks have completely reversed that situation. Could anything be more devastating for national morale? As if that was not enough. Another electrical substation was set on fire in the Kurchatov district of Kursk Oblast. The Belgorod attack was not an isolated incident. It was an immediate, simultaneous, and coordinated retaliatory operation by Ukraine. This was a targeted, large-scale counterattack, aimed squarely at Russia's own domestic energy infrastructure. An intercepted phone call reported by the Kyiv Independent captured a Belgorod civilian stating life had become completely hopeless. This hopelessness was due to constant drone attacks and power outages. This reveals the gap between Putin and his people. While Putin dreams of empire, Belgorod citizens despair. While he plans to freeze Ukraine, his own people are left in the dark. What is Putin's response to this massive air defense vulnerability, this civilian chaos and his people's despair? Striking information has been received. Putin ordered newly recruited rookie soldiers to protect Russia's critical oil refineries. How will they protect these sites? Not with advanced missiles. They will protect them with small arms with rusty Kalashnikovs. Consider this mismatch. On one side, Ukraine's state-of-the-art long-range kamikaze drones. On the other, a rookie Russian soldier. This poorly trained soldier is handed an AK-47 and simply told, "Look up at the sky and shoot that drone." This is not a defense strategy. It is a declaration of absolute helplessness. This order has two consequences against Putin. What are your thoughts on this strategic failure? Share them in the comments. To stay updated on new videos, please subscribe and turn on notifications. First, these rookies cannot go to the front lines. Putin must withdraw insufficient human resources from the front.